Welcome back to our coverage here on MC22 of the University of Okoboji, 31st Annual University of Okoboji Winter Games. And I have here with me, it is the chairperson for this year's University of Okoboji Winter Games, Janelle Holter.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Yes, well, you know what? We brought, it is Winter Games, so we brought a little bit of winter. We're getting some snow flurries out here. The snowmobilers are very happy. In the back, you can see where we're going to be burning the our Christmas trees, the burning of the greens later on tonight, as well as where the Queen 2 is docked for the winter season. But, you know, as serving as your co-chair this year, by the way, thank you so much.
Well, it was an honor. I'm so glad that you said you would help out and do this. And
it's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It has. Yep. We've been to a lot of activities together and a lot of meetings. So.
Yep. And we would be nowhere without all the volunteers that, for a lot of them, even for the whole 31 years, have it, whether they've been building the broomball courts, whether they've been putting the softball diamonds together on the snow. You name it, all the events, all these people, we thank them very much.
Absolutely. There's 80-some events, and each one of those events is chaired and co-chaired by someone, and they take up, their time, they volunteer their time to make it possible for the University of Okoboji Winter Games. It starts back in August, and even earlier this week on Wednesday and Thursday there was troops out there moving the snow, and then this morning here at 7 a.m. there were people here moving the Christmas trees in a pile, and it's just unbelievable, and we're very, very thankful for all their time.
Yeah, and it's part of our Okoboji heritage, and we're so very proud of it, but they make it a lot of fun. And big thanks to our friends at Camp Foster YMCA and Lakes Regional Healthcare. They provided a shuttle service, and thanks to the Great Lakes Mall for providing us a space for the shuttle service to work from and getting people safely to the chili feed and then away.
Right, and everyone's just pulled together and really helped us with that. And
thank you for all your hard work making these games work, and I'll probably be looking for your help next year when I'll be working as chair.
Absolutely, and thank you for everything you guys do to cover the games and promote them, and for all of the viewers out there, thanks for tuning in and making this possible.
And certainly, thanks for coming to Okoboji and making our Winter Games successful. Janelle, thanks again, and you enjoy the rest of our Winter Games.
You too.
Here we are. It is the chili cook-off put on by Remax here for the in the Expo building, Dickens County Fairgrounds. A longtime friend of the Iowa Great Lakes, Brett Thacker, who is part of the very early Winter Games, Brett.
Well, yeah, I got involved probably it was about 4 or 5 years after it started. Might have been 6 right in there.
Okay. All right. So you remember the very first, because as you can see, I mean, we've got over a couple thousand people here.
The first chili feed really consisted of about 8 or 10 of those and some folding tables, and that was it. There was no building. There was no lighting.
Where was it held?
It took place. The first chili feed was down on Arnold's Park off the public beach.
Oh my goodness!
And there was a light pole there down by the sand beach, right there in front of the dry dock. And we ran some drop cords over to the light pole, out to some 8-foot tables that were set up on the ice, and we plugged them in. And what I remember, there's 2 things that I distinctly remember. One is we kept blowing circuits, and so we kept trying to rearrange and get more drop cords. And then the cords got a little warm, and they sparked as the water got into the connections, and so that created a little excitement. And then the second thing I distinctly remember is we didn't have the beautiful Winter Games mugs back then. We were using styrofoam cups. And it was extremely cold that year, as you know Winter Games can be. And so you would go get some chili, and you'd start to eat it. And before you got done, it was solid ice. And we did have probably 40, 50 people down there, and it was very brutal, very windy, very cold. And everybody said, this is fun, this is great, but we're going to have to move it indoors. And I believe it went to Malmarine the next year, which it was there for quite a few years. And then it grew to the point where it has to be like this. So many great volunteers and so much enthusiasm for the University of Okoboji campus. And the other thing is, Jeff, you get bored in the winter and you need something to do.